Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. It's week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles taking on Jared Goff and the Los Angeles Rams.
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Los Angeles Rams. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Eagles team as they interplay here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And the offense last week, they had things humming. If you're a defensive player, you may get overshadowed a little bit, but you're really buoyed by what your offense is doing.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
On the first play of the drive. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
At the 28-yard line. It's
coming up on 2nd and 7.
Up 2nd and 7.
Sanders, and give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Wentz, and he connects with Ertz. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 46-yard line.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. It's now a free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
From the gun on 3rd down, Wentz. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
Miles Sanders.
An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Quick throw out wide by Wentz. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
From the red zone now, Wentz. His throw caught right around the 6. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. How about to start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin, but it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Wentz on the give to Sanders, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same defenses week in and week out.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. The Rams taking the field and leading the way. The man from Cal, the former #1 overall pick, Jared Goff.
Well, it's not unusual for a team to have a little bit of a letdown after appearing in the Super Bowl. And the Rams had that Super Bowl letdown after their loss in Super Bowl 53 to New England. But it might surprise people that quarterback Jared Goff still finished 3rd in the NFL in passing yards at better than 4,600. They just want to see him cut down on the number of interceptions he threw last year, and they think the Rams can elevate their offense yet again.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run, Devontae Freeman. The numbers for Freeman a week ago. 20 carries, 65 yards, and a touchdown as well.
And I'm eager to see how they deploy him in this game. Last week, a heavy workload. Do they decide to bring that down a little bit and try and keep him fresh? Or do they say, guess what? He's locked in. Keep handing him the football.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. How about this for an opening drive decision? You got 4th and short, just outside of field goal range in all likelihood. What do you do?
I'm going for it. I've got to go get it right now. I want to establish a tone. It's early in the game. I want to let my offense know that I believe in them. And you know something else? I let my defense know I believe in them also by taking that gamble. If we don't get it, it's okay. You guys will cover for me.
And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. And coming up on their 2nd drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
He's brought down by Terrell Burgess.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders, and he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Sanders, the ball carrier.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Working from the gun, Wentz. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And this is what you wanted to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense?
On 4th down, out is the punter, Cameron Johnston, to boot it away. Upon a 46, a return of 5. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at the 34. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Here's Freeman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd, Goff. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the 1st drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether it's seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now Sanders. And he'll get him a little bit of breathing room across the 5 to the 6-yard line.
Ball carrier.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And now we're going to get a delay of game. And that's going to back him up halfway. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Wentz took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
He was
facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone. They need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Wentz now to throw. Hard throw, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, they're on him too quickly back there, and it's blocked. And the Rams with a score. Touchdown.
But they didn't have their normal cushion there in order to punt the ball away. It leads to a lot of anxiety for the team kicking the football.
Well, for the punter, you know that you've got to get rid of that quickly there. Not quick enough.
And also, not stepping behind you and stepping over the end line for a safety. That one gets blocked, and it's 6 points.
It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the 1st quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So the very rare blocked punt, scooped, and returned for a touchdown. What an exciting play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complimentary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
32-yard line.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll run with Sanders. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
From the 36, Wentz. And that's complete to Jeffrey. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 24-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
At the 24-yard line.
Wentz now on first down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Clement. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
The ball carrier.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
7-7, our score after one.
Score tied 7-7.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Wentz. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was... too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. The wind is at his back here in the 2nd quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead.
10, Rams 7.
So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
A reminder, still some good games coming up here in Week 2 of the NFL. Later tonight, a rematch from that Super Bowl a few years back. New England visits Seattle up in the Northwest. And then on Monday night, we'll be there. The first regular season NFL game ever played in the state of Nevada. The New Orleans Saints and the Las Vegas Raiders from Allegiant Stadium. That should be something. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
First down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A shotgun snap for Goff. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards there, just like last play. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Goff. And a quick pass to Kupp. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Second and 11. To throw is gone. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Was sacked there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground.
There's a lot of discussion in the offseason about him having a big year and getting to the quarterback. They held him without a sack in week 1, but how about here? Finally gets his first one of the season.
In the offseason, said he changed his diet, leaner, feels so good this year. Excited to see what type of a season he can have. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Here's Goff. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Now Sam Sloman is on. This from 44 yards out, left hash. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10.
Ties the game at 10.
Well, it's no secret. That's why they have him return punts. He has the capability to take them back, and he did so there. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there for Philly. 72 yards.
3-yard line.
So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
They'll run with Clement, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
At the Rams' 6-yard line.
Wentz going to throw. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Let's go. Delay of game, offense. No!
be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. How crucial will those 5 yards be? We'll see as they come up again here, 3rd and goal. The LA defense up the snuff in coverage there. Pushes this to 4th down.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Rams take over 1st and 10.
And back onto the field now comes Devontae Freeman. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that?
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Freeman. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Alshon Jeffrey working his way back out there now to help lead this offense. 2nd quarter here, he has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Well, so far, just the single catch.
At the 37-yard line.
7 yards there and a 1st down.
Now, that was a designed run. Now, remember, if a quarterback goes feet first, he's protected. But if he dives head first, he's not. On that play, he figured the risk was worth the reward.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
At the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
At the 22-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Let's get on the field, defense. 59, mark, 59, mark. Check, 59. 6-man. Check girls, check girls.
On first down, it's Sanders. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
That's another Eagle.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Elliott on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Kick is good.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
The Rams getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Brown on the 10.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
And it's 3rd down.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this second week of the regular season. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Well, that's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here's Jackson to return. Great blocking, nearly sprung him there. 28-yard return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Wentz now on first down. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Carson Wentz.
Well, Aaron Donald just so strong they can't block him, and he records the sack.
Brings up second.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still 2nd down.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, fighting his way into the backfield.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll begin out in the windy city of Chicago, and it's the Giants who are out in front. Daniel Jones, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far, as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From Chicago, we head north to the home of their rivals as we check on the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Lions. Aaron Rodgers carving them up with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we'll save the biggest for last as we head to AT&T Stadium to see what's happening with the Cowboys at home in Arlington. And at this point, they trail the visiting Atlanta Falcons. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Rams set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail here as we resume play. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a first.
Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back.
Goss pass.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle. Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. In that play, it wound up losing yardage.
And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
At the 20-yard line.
They'll go again with Sanders. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
The ball carrier.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
Every time I see Cooper Kupp play, I'm reminded of the first time I saw him in a summertime workout session. I remember running around screaming, "Who is this young man?" And now we see him on the NFL level. Broke the 1,000-yard mark for the first time in 2019 yards. Career highs in all the major statistical categories. And not only that, that's off of a knee injury the previous season. This guy's tough as nails.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Goff's throw here finds Woods. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
First down, Los Angeles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff's throw taken in by Reynolds. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
First down, Rams.
Goff on 1st down. Look at this time for Woods, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he's into the clear. 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. A big play there by the rookie. An interception followed by the return for 6 points.
If you want to be accepted by your teammates and coaching staff, make plays like that.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick-6. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And last time, decent field position through the pick-6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too. He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Freeman again. And he'll He'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. That'll be caught by Cup, and he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
First down.
Cooper Kupp had a big season in 2019. Also saw the emergence of tight end Tyler Higbee for the Rams. He really jumped up his game about the last month of the season. But when it came time to ring the bell and get into the end zone, the Rams still look towards Kupp. 10 touchdowns in 2019. Runs his routes with great precision and intelligence.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. He was in search of his tight end, Tyler Higbee. And it's 3rd and 4.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Complete.
First down, L.A. Goff finding Higbee.
A gain of 13 yards.
Up until the last 5 weeks of the 2019 season, if you had said, who is Tyler Higbee, you might have got some blank stares back, but down the stretch, only Julio Jones and Michael Thomas had more targets in the final month of the 2019 season. A breakout year for Tyler Higbee. He expects to continue those types of numbers and beyond going forward.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice...
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Complete.
Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And there is a flag as he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. But who's this going to be against?
Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They're took out of their hands, having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Number 26.
There to make the tackle, Samson Abuka.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little.
And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abuka. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Freeman, the ball carrier.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, Their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On the heels of that good carry by Devontae Freeman, here's 1st and 10. Gone. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay.
Goss pass.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, it's Clement to start the drive. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Man open, it's Goodwin. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 37. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
1st and 10.
Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Now Wentz. This is Jackson on the quick throw from Wentz. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
To Deshaun Jackson.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter action from Philadelphia, PA.
10 at the Rams' 37-yard line.
Now Scott. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Scott, the ball carrier.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Jackson. That's good for another Eagle.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles in possession of the football and leading this one as we get ready to start the final quarter. From the 17, Wentz eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Escaping the pressure, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead.
I think it's easy to say mission accomplished on that drive. The goal was to increase the lead. They did exactly that.
Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive, 80 yards, 9 plays. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Throwing again on second down. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Rams on third down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. This pass complete to Reynolds. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, L.A. Goff finding Reynolds there.
Los Angeles.
Now Goff on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact. That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing on third. Gone. And that's incomplete.
Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The Rams going for it on fourth. Gone. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 4.
First down, Rams.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again. Goff. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
Incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Back to the air. Goff on second down. They'll find Everett there, complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Again, Goff. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Good. Makes the score Eagles 34, Rams 20.
Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. And as you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. They'll run with Scott. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Muscle damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Clement. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Ball carrier.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
No, they would have gotten a conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. Here's Cameron Johnston now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
Fumble on the play. Recovered by the receiving team.
The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Goff throwing again. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, Rams.
Now a first down throw, gone. Complete, Jefferson the target. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
18-yard line.
Now the rookie second-round pick. This is Cam Akers. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Cam Akers with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams have got this back to a 1-score game. Great call to hand that one off, and his running back did the rest.
Someone read their keys correctly, and on the defensive side of the ball, they certainly did not, because they really essentially were just going to swarm the quarterback. They kind of guessed themselves out of the play, and guess who benefited? The guy with the football.
This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
He's brought down at the
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Once again, it's Clement. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
That's
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
At the 35-yard
Now a play fake. Wentz. Flush to his right. Keeps himself upright. Flushed out right. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
brings up third.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead,
and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line.
They'll take over.
A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
all you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
3 yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Bryson Hopkins. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. His kick is right through. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now, so you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again, so maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Scott. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
The ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run on 1st down. Scott. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. On 1st down, Clement. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll run again with Clement. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete.
Wentz's pass. intended for Marquise.
Fourth down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, over-excited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
And this one is right down the middle. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
So gone for the Rams. Down by a field goal, a minute 4 on the clock. They need, at minimum, 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. Open man, Higbee, the tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. That's into the hands of Reynolds. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles.
You thought you had it.
This defense has broken it open as they return it to the house for 6.
Eagles.
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room, or they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And